Welcome back to Mike and Dylan Hate Drama. Oh, you're gonna add in there, Russell?
Oh, you shut the fuck up.
Hey.
I wish I could do the fucking roll the intro. It's not rolling.
Welcome back, bitches, to Mike and Dylan Hate Drama.
Actually, there's like a button for Mike's mic.
That's fucked up. I just serenaded them.
Yeah, over top of an already serenaded thing. So it's like
It's jazz.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you
trying to get
again.
copyright strikes first thing in the
I don't think you can
episode.
do that unless you actually play the real song.
You
I don't know
can't
any
play
of them
covers,
laws
I don't
work.
think either.
Yeah, in a movie. On a
No.
podcast, you could do anything, man.
No, you can't.
Nobody cares.
Spotify's gonna be like
They just look down on us.
smashed.
Like, look at these white guys doing what every single white guy does. Like this is our culture.
Yeah.
This is everybody's culture.
Black people
now.
say we don't have culture, man. You get a couple white guys together, put a microphone in their face, and watch the magic happen.
Tonight'll be the night. Yeah.
You're doing
I mean,
it
we
again?
talk about everything from recipes to you get three white guys around a table with microphones. They right there, they can solve racism.
Yeah.
Solve it right there. And there's something beautiful about that. So speaking of races, right now we're talking about the World Cup, to which tonight America has to play Belgium. The last time we played Belgium, they fucking dog walked us 5-2.
And you'll already know the score of this game because it comes out a week from now.
Yeah. So, but all I'm saying is, look, yeah, you know, a week from now, but I'm gonna make my prediction, okay?
Okay.
USA wins 4-2.
They got dog walked 4-2.
It's just they win 4-2.
I know. I'm saying the reality of it's going to be now.
No. It's the we were talking about this. It's magic, okay? And magic is real to an extent.
The Gathering.
Right now, America's slogan for the World Cup is "Why not us?" And that is, man, that's a mantra I can get behind. Like, why not us?
Yeah.
What? But just because y'all are fucking soccer royalty, we can't win. Fuck that shit. Let's we're gonna have some gusto about us. You know, we're gonna have pride oozing out of our goddamn pores, out of our bodies.
Yeah.
People are going to like soccer in America for a week or two.
See,
Yeah,
then
then we're gonna
Belgians
forget about it till the next World Cup.
Called the
exactly.
pussy
That's what
sport
we did. That's what we
afterwards.
did during the Olympics with hockey, though.
Yeah.
Canadians were like, "Hey, you guys ain't good enough," and we were like, "We are because of red, white, and America, bald eagles." They're like, "Bald eagles have nothing to do with hockey," and then we looked them dead in their face and was like, "Bald eagles have everything to do with hockey," and we went and won a fucking gold medal in hockey. That's not ours. That I don't even think. You know, we're like third in line for that being our sport.
Because it's Canada, Russia, then us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And look at them Moose Riders now. Fucking sad. They ain't got nothing. They got a fucking.
They ain't even got a Stanley Cup right now.
Right, yeah. They can't buy a Stanley Cup. When's the
all
last
them-
time they won a Stanley Cup? The
I don't know.
fucking
It's
80s?
It's so crazy that I feel like there's more American NHL teams now.
There's way more. Yeah. Yeah, there's way more. But yeah, Canadians haven't won a fucking NHL Cup in fucking forever. We've taken that. America is now number one. Once we beat them fucking steroid gorillas in Russia, that's when it was like, man, look, Canadians, they'll be like, this is our sport. But they knew the time was coming where America was taking over.
What do you have to add on sports, Dylan?
Sports ball. Love it.
Sports ball, when the ball goes in the thing, and they say, point down, field goal.
This is Dylan's Saw movie.
Yeah.
Dylan actually knows a lot about sports.
Yeah, I just don't keep up with it. I don't keep up with politics. I don't keep up with sports. I don't keep up with pop culture.
I keep up with sports because we get clowned so much in politics. Like I love how everybody is coming to America and they're like, wow, this country is great. Y'all just ran poorly. And we're like, exactly. Like the people here, delightful. The food here, great. The things you can experience are wonderful. It's literally the people who run this stuff, that's the problem.
But once they exterminate all the poor people, everything will be fine here.
Yeah. They can't exterminate all the poor people because then there will be no sports.
Well, they're not poor people anymore. They're now the wealthy.
Besides,
Yeah, but then when you
lacrosse.
exterminate the poor people, then the line for poor gets redrawn, and then you have to exterminate
them
those
too,
poor
yeah.
people, and then it redraws again.
Imagine sitting there sweating. You're like, oh, God, I only make $2 million a year. I'm fucking next. I'm so poor right now.
They're going to take me out.
Papa, Williams' pool is bigger than ours. And it's like, yeah, well, you fucking enjoy his pool while you can because we're next.
I like the fact that we've got 45 new flock cameras in the community. I passed like 6 of them yesterday.
That's so crazy. I like the Facebook group where they're destroying the flock cameras. Let's do that. I think that would be a fun little
I wish it
activity.
was a concerted effort where everybody's just like, "No, we ain't playing this game. We're done."
No.
Can we make a video and pretend that it's fiction? Like, oh, look at us jokingly taking on these flock cameras. This is CGI, but then we really go and destroy a bunch of
welcome
cameras.
to your police state, buddy.
Yeah, I wish there was like, I wish kids were like we were when we were kids, because I definitely would have
yeah.
taken those things out at like 15 years old. I'd have been throwing rocks at those sumbitches.
I'd have been gathering dog poop and shit, and then like once I destroyed it, I'd rub it all over the fucking thing,
pole.
just so whenever a guy came to like see what was wrong, ugh, I'm not touching that. Like catch 22 on the fucking them up.
Well, because we thought it was bad when like the Patriot Act came in, and they're like, "Oh, all of our privacy's gone." And then they're like, "No, not yet. Just
Then
wait."
Snowden happened, and there was a bunch of people kind of like defending the fucking what's the one organization
NSA.
called? The NSA. Yeah, they're defending the NSA, and I was like, that don't feel right. And then now
Well,
these flock cameras.
if you're not doing anything wrong, you got nothing to hide.
you have nothing to hide.
Yeah, and I've seen it in so many Facebook groups, and I swear that those people are like Russian trolls or something, because there's no way that like a red-blooded American, no matter which side of the fence you're on, you're like, yeah, a private company has all my data and tracks me every which way I go. Like,
Right. Once that country boy who's defending that camera, once he gets a lantern in the mail, it's like, hey, we seen that you go to the lake all the time and you don't have a fishing license, so we're gonna fine you $2,500.
I mean, any of that.
He's
could
gonna be like,
happen.
whoa, is this actually fucked up? Have I been lied to? Once fucking RFK is just like, all right, we got to get all the fucking autistic people out of the gene pool, so we got to round them up. We're going to use the flock cameras to find all these special needs kids, and fucking, we're going to put them into a concentration camp. We're not going to gas them. We're just going to let them exist in a space with a bunch of cabinets that have poisonous materials in it, and then the situation will solve itself. Like, bro, that's what when he talks, this is like, this guy wants, which, look, man, I'm not going to pretend that they do not feel very Nazi adjacent. That's the what is his name? Joseph Mengele, what the fuck was it? From Mengele, yeah, from the fucking Nazis, the one that did all the gene stuff. That's what RFK feels like.
I think Mengele Light.
Yeah, if we're really going to get medication to take off, we need to be testing it on human subjects, and who better than the fucking autistic ones?
Is he really like out to get autistic kids?
I don't know.
He goes pretty hard against vaccines and autism, and that
So he's
whole,
going against the things that
He will
they
go against
accuse,
vaccines, but he don't go against Pfizer. He'll go get, like, back in the day,
Well, that's because
RFK.
he got told to take a seat on that.
Fuck yeah. When he was not in the political sphere, like, he was the one that fucking pretty much got on Monsanto's ass, the reason they faced any kind of regulation. But then he got into the political sphere, and then he was like, I'm going to go after Pfizer and all them. And
because they showed him the videos of what they did to his brothers.
Yeah, his brother and his uncle. And they were
And they're
like,
why don't you get in line,
why don't
buddy?
you sit down, bud?
Yeah.
From now on, you just blame vaccines. You don't name somebody. And then he was like, well, I got to give him something. And it was like, well, fucking Tylenol. Tylenol is giving the autism out.
And nobody will give up Tylenol.
Yeah,
so.
nobody will give up Tylenol because, everybody's not going to believe it. So, but once again, hey, top 16, soccer, America.
I thought you were just talking about RFK. I'm like,
Nah.
is he top 16 what?
Could you imagine
Top
RFK
16
commentating sports?
Nazi.
Yes. Let's do our top 20 Nazis.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay. Top 20 Nazis.
You got to start at 20
All right.
and work your way up.
I'm sorry, but Hitler put in the work to be number one.
You can't start at 1. You got to start,
gotta
at
start
20
at 20.
and then work your way to
I don't
Hitler.
know if I know 20 Nazis, though.
I mean, just the current cabinet and
Well, number 20, I just feel like if you're talking power level, you know what I'm saying? I think you do put JD Vance at 20. Like, he's fucked couches and stuff like that and done some overall corny things. And without Donald Trump, he does feel powerless. Like, he feels like a good sidekick character, but I think because of his, like, reputation, you have to put him at 20. Like, you got to keep him on the list. But if you were doing a list and Donald Trump was not there, because I feel like Donald Trump's firmly top 3.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so just being adjacent with that and being affiliated with that does give JD Vance a comfortable 20 spot.
He's like the bass player of Nirvana.
Right, yeah.
Like, you wouldn't fuck with him had it not been for Nirvana. But
Like,
it's
if he makes his own band, he's not singing or anything like that.
No,
he's
and-
still just playing bass.
and you don't listen to him, but you're like, I still respect you because you're in Nirvana, and I'll give you a spot up here higher than maybe you should have.
All right, go ahead and drop the Eminem. Just kidding, Trump. We still love
Nah,
you.
fuck that. It's not like, you're a drummer and you go off on your own to start just a band that I've never heard anybody was like, you know what you need to put on right now? Some Foo Fighters. Favorite band of all time? Foo Fighters.
That's what we were talking about the other week is everybody likes the Foo Fighters, but they're nobody's favorite band.
They are somebody's. But
no,
not
but have
Dave
you
Grohl's
met-
Dave Grohl's like, what if we released?
I don't even think they're Dave Grohl's favorite band.
Yeah, it's not. It's not his favorite band. He's just like, what if we released, like, not default music that you would find on a video game, but like a step up?
Yeah.
Like the music you just wouldn't hear on the radio normally if it wasn't the old drummer for Nirvana.
I mean, and they're solid music. They got good songs and they're enjoyable.
The best
it's
best for you. Have
a
you heard
pop.
the lyrics? It's just like, meh.
I want to be your monkey wrench.
Like imagine Nirvana.
coming from the guy that loves pop music, which is the most generic version of music that's ever
But
been put out.
that has been mechanically designed.
To make you
Foo
like
Fighters
it,
has
but it's-
also went that route. They went from that kind of, how like fucking Tool does it, where they don't play by the book. They don't do the conventional stuff. They went from not doing conventional stuff to Dave Grohl's like, we're going to do a band, but it's like the conventional pop rock music where we're trying to get on the radio.
Yeah. But then it's the same. Like, that's where the mindless lyrics come from, because the public doesn't want to, like, every single one of these artists that's like underground that I see, once they kind of like hit a certain level, everybody's like, now can you write a happy song? And it's like, no, I don't fucking write happy songs. Like, if you don't like me, don't listen to me. But like, that's the thing, is if you want to be on the radio, you have to write a, let's drink beer on the tailgate, blah, 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 for country. And then you got to make that same version of that for pop music, for pop rock. Like, you have to make that. Like, that's the reason why Nickelback is so successful, is because he wrote the exact formulaic bullshit that people want to hear.
Well, he went back.
It was like the skit that one guy did about Morgan Wallen and all his songs have to have like tequila in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with Nickelback and Chad Kroeger, he was trying to do the sort of experimental, not quite the cookie cutter bands, and nobody gave a shit. And then he's like, all right, fuck this. And he went back, whatever period it was in the 90s.
Never made
Let him
it as
finish.
a wise man.
Let him finish.
He went all the way back to the 60s and listened to every top 40 hit from there back to the 60s and was like, all right, what makes a hit song? Then he made 10 hit songs. So it's like,
as a poor man stealing.
even if you don't like it, you have to give him credit for like
They're
doing
solid pop songs.
Tired of living like a blind man. Sick of siphoning out a sense of feeling.
Siphon out?
I don't know
Is
what
that
it
what he
is.
says?
I don't know.
That's a nice lyric, though. I'm going to siphon out a sense of feeling.
I always thought that's what it said, but that might not even make sense. But I feel like
It makes sense. If you're siphoning out a sense of feeling, you're trying to pull feeling from somebody else that you don't have. That
never
they
made it
have.
as wise man. Sick of sight without a sense of feeling.
See, I like our version better.
I thought it was siphoning out a sense of feeling. That's what it's misheard lyrics. Jose Pablo, where do I begin?
There's a Kendrick song, King Kunta, where he says, everybody wants to cut the legs off him. And I heard it as Cadillac Supper. And I'm like,
Cadillac Supper.
It's Kendrick. He's being artsy. He's using weird imagery.
You're trying to defend it because Cadillac Supper. My brother did that during that. Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. There's a line that's like, the towel's on the map. My white flag is waving. And he was like, towers on the map. And he was like, yeah, man, because back in the day, like, if you were to give up in a war, you would say my tower's on the map. And I was like, I think the lyric says towels on the mat because, you throw in the towel. And he's like, that makes way, at least he did. He was like, that makes way more sense. I was just like coming up with something out of my ass. So he gave it up pretty quickly.
And I've gotten into a lot of arguments with people, or one of my friends especially, that she swears that song I'm Blue, Dabba Dee Dabba
If I was green, I would die.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
not what he says, though.
Why do all women think that?
All women do for some reason.
Inferior gender, I'm telling you. Like,
I mean, it totally makes sense if you want to take a mumble and make it into words.
No,
Like,
it makes sense.
You could put that together, but like it's.
But it is all.
Babba-dee-da-ba.
no, because my
Ba-da-ba.
wife told me that for the first time. I had never heard that. She was like, I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. And I was
Yeah.
like, no,
No.
it's Dabba Dee Dabba Die. She was like, you make no sense. And I was like,
It's literally
am I fucking
in
wrong?
the parentheses of the title of the song is Dabba Dee Dabba Da.
But I thought I was wrong because who looks up that song? Who's like, I'm going to put that song on.
yeah,
That's a song that you accidentally hear.
No, you have to analyze every lyrical line because it is a very heady song that is
I'm
just.
blue, dabba dee dabba da. But like,
If
when
I
she
We're gonna
said-
call this
I
episode
would
copyright
die.
strike.
when she was like, if I
Only because of Mike.
if she was like, if I was green, I would die. I was like, that
makes
sounds
sense.
way more sense than dabba dee dabba da. Like, I was like, I'm wrong.
But it is weird that I've only ever heard that from women. Now that you point that out, I really like no man has ever told me that.
ever. That's wild. That is, yeah. Only women believe that.
Well, maybe they were the ones that wanted to look up the meaning behind the lyrics. They really wanted it.
And then they looked
this
it
song
up.
impacted their soul.
They looked it up and realized they were wrong, and then they kept saying the wrong
Some
thing.
old guy
as if it
somewhere
was
was
true.
sitting down listening to that song. Some 90-year-old, yeah, because you can hear all those. So there's like some 90-year-old man, and this lady's like, I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. And he's just like, I knew we shouldn't have let them vote. Fuck. God. Oh, awkward silence.
Did you ever see the old
only
man show
awkward because
bit?
you announced it.
Huh?
Did you ever see the old man show bit where they have a table on the street and they're getting women to sign to end women's suffrage? Because they think it's suffering.
Yeah, I
they're
don't,
like,
I, don't,
oh,
I
yeah.
don't want women to suffer. Yeah, let me fucking. Oh God, like we are very easily tricked.
Well, that whenever they do those like man on the street things, they pick only the dumb ones because there's hundreds of interviews that they do, and then they're like, these 3 people are really dumb. Let's use these ones, because it's not a legitimate like, we asked 20 people these questions. No, we asked 100, and then this is the top 20 dumbest.
Yeah,
people
we're going
that we
to a
ran
college
into.
campus, and they'd be like, "Who was the first president?" And they'd be like, "George Lincoln." And I'm like,
No,
Either you pay, because 99.9% of them are just fake. And then there is like the ones who show the real ones are just like the laughably bad, dumb people. Because I can go to I can be like, I'm at this college campus interviewing this college kid, and it's just some fucking dude. Probably works at the Starbucks there and doesn't even go to college. And then
hey,
like,
just say the dumbest thing.
yeah, just say
this thing.
give the dumbest ones, just be like, I don't know how to read that word. But then people watch that and they're like, I believe this unequivocally. This is real. What I'm watching is real. I can't stand watching like, it'll be like a husband and wife arguing, and the wife will say something, and then the husband will say something, and then this kid says something very profound, and the wife will be like, and he was like, "Oop, mom shouldn't have opened her mouth," and I'm like, "This is fake."
Yeah.
And then there's also people. These are the people I can't stand. They'll be like, "I know this is fake, but blah 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 blah. Why it's real?"
It's real.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
This is what really happened.
Yeah, this is what would really happen. I'm like, no, it's fucking fake.
You're fake. Everybody's fake.
The problem is here's the thing. Okay, I'm giving up on humanity, and once I give up completely on humanity, it's all ends. So I have to keep like this
Shred.
thing, and this shred of hope in my brain that humanity isn't it. That's why I just got to get off of social media, because as soon as I am like done, that's when all hell breaks loose, and I cannot allow that to happen.
Yeah, that's why I try not to ingest any of it. That's why.
And I'm not far away from dying and then transferring somewhere else. So then it's somebody else's problem. So fucking, I cannot wait.
I do wonder when people joke about like the whole like timeline switch. It does feel like there's just been like this veering off course that we've done, and it's like, is this really like we're just on this weird timeline of like this stuff is make believe, and because there has to be like when we were kids, everything felt normal and real, and people at least had some sort of wits about them. But now it's like the dumbest among us are leading the charge of the direction that we're going.
That's what happens when like 2 dimensions, they merge into each other by accident, and eventually they will unmerge. But because it's just like everybody's keeping it together because of how stupid they are. Nobody's being rational about this.
How would Dark play into this situation? Have you watched Dark?
How would Dark play into this situation? Okay, so imagine Adam and Eve's existence, okay? But imagine their 2 worlds like collapsed into each other, okay? So it's going to create this kind of like, think of a pie chart, okay? You got 2 circles. You know the circle in the middle. The circle in the middle is going through like just glitches that are not supposed to happen. That's why everything's so cartoony and does feel like kind of like reality TV, because the universe doesn't know what to fucking do. These 2 universes don't know what to do anymore. Those have to separate for everything to be normal again. But because of the energy that everybody else is producing, it's keeping these 2 fucking universes together. And if they could just stop, all right, if they could just stop and just kind of think about things rationally, people will say love. Love really does kind of fix it, because it doesn't keep that hate, disdain, and negative energy that keeps these fucking things together. It would allow to separate, and then we can get back to normal.
Fucking hippie.
But nobody's fucking doing it, okay?
Yeah,
Everybody's just stuck on their fucking thing. And here's the thing, all right? If you lose hope, it's all over.
See, we all just need to go, everybody at the same time needs to go on a psychedelic trip, and we all just reset the whole universe and go back to normal.
I hate people who do psychedelics, because they're just like, man, because we do psychedelics, we're so fucking enlightened. The most famous guy who ever did psychedelics, the guy who would sit there and talk about like all this stuff that when he got brain cancer, he was like, I wish I never did a psychedelic. I was wrong about all that shit. Don't do psychedelics. Like, it is literally your brain just playing stories for your fucking mind and shit. It doesn't make you more fucking, it's just killing you, which I think he was kind of paid to do that.
Yeah, the thing is, like, with DMT trips, like, people will go and see the exact same thing without ever, like,
I'm a big
talking to
proponent on
anybody.
that of, like, why the fuck is that?
I've had that. I've had that happen to me. Like seeing they call them the wood nymphs. And I was like in the trees and they were all popping out over the trees and looking at me. And then went away. And then
Well, that's not the same one I've heard.
Well, there's
multiple.
multiple places
So there's
that you can go and different, like, gods that you can run into.
There's the mother ayahuasca, which is a serpent. And the first time or the second time I did DMT, so weird. I like felt the presence of a serpent and without seeing it. But then when I came out, I was like, no, I was just on drugs. Like I was, I put that because I'd heard it before. So I thought I put that in my head. And then the next time I did it is when I saw the wood nymphs and told somebody about it later. And they were like, oh yeah, that's a thing a lot of people report seeing on DMT. And I'd never heard that before.
Right.
There's supposed
So
to be
there
this
is
weird
something to it.
thing
Well, I
where
mean-
you can do like a laser on the wall and you'll see like the matrix numbers running down, and like many people have like went to the same place and seen the exact same thing. And like the serpent is one of the things that, like, without being told anything about that beforehand, you go in there, you see the same setup, the same like creatures, and those people are like,
Well, I mean, I understand that we're meat suits. Like, literally, the human body is like the USB. It's the SD card that stores all the memory and information that we've gathered from here. And then once you leave, like, your presence never dies to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you experience a death in this world, like, it may feel like it's over, but that presence is not gone. You, as like Dylan, would be gone because the thing that stores all your memories and shit is gone, but your presence goes somewhere else.
yeah.
Well,
And I love that. Like, well, you can't just like go to something else. It's like, dog, we were born out of nothing. We were nothing and then something.
Well, I mean, going somewhere else is the idea of heaven and going and sitting at Jesus' feet. Like, it's the exact same thing. It's just a different theory on
Yeah,
it.
but without carrying the fucking memory card, you're not going to be sitting up there and be like, I want to find my mama. That's not how it works. Like, you're not. The
Well, you
memory
don't know.
card is
You
here.
might. You might.
And
I mean,
it
you
does
might.
not. the
You
soul
don't.
does
You
not-
don't get to decide that. Like, it's a thing that anything could happen. The possibilities are endless. So yes, when you go to heaven, you could remember that you wanted to see your mama.
So someone with dementia who loses all memory and shit like that, as soon as they die, they're just gonna be like, oh, got my memory again.
Maybe.
Well, the memory,
You don't
the
know.
That
loss of
defies
memory
logic.
was your
the other
brain
one does not
failing.
defy logic. You can feel your presence at all times. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're remembering or not. You know what I'm saying? But if you got dementia 100% proves that the human body is like a meat suit, essentially, because you could sit there and forget everything that you've ever
But that
experienced.
doesn't
on this
mean that
world.
those aren't up there. Like, that's the thing, is the memory card, even though you have disconnected from those neurons that connect to those memories, that memory is still up there. It's still in the brain. It's not deleted. It is literally there, but the connections are broken. Like, those are the
Dude
things.
over here comes from like fucking a subgroup of fucking aliens. Man, y'all are not enlightened.
Because, like, that's what happens when somebody breaks their spinal cord. Like, it's literally the wires get cut. But if you can hotwire those wires and break that cut, you could technically get somebody back to functioning.
So you think
again.
once you leave the flawed body, the connection is back?
I do not believe in anything because I don't know. That's my thing, is like, you're standing on business saying this can't happen. I'm saying anything could happen because I don't know. I've never died.
I'm just
and
saying with dementia,
experienced-
dementia kind of proves that. And that's one
They're
thing.
still there, though.
That's
Your
one thing,
brain's
man.
still
It doesn't matter
functioning.
if there's aliens or whatever, anything, any kind of outside entity, dog, you don't know what happens after death because death is final.
To us.
Like,
To
once
our-
you hit that finality of death, I'm talking about like with any organism that, relies on oxygen and whatever, carbon, fucking nitrogen and shit, just normal building blocks of life. Anything that relies on that does not know what happens after death.
Yeah. And that's where I stand on business, is that, like, any of it's possible. Jesus could be real. Muhammad could be real. Like, any of it could be real. I don't have a dog in the fight because I'm here today. Today's what matters, not
You know what
the
I think? I
afterlife.
think this is not real.
It's a fucked up dream.
I think this is a collection of me, you, Russell, the listener, all of us, like whatever we are collectively as a thing, creating this with our fucking mind power. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know.
I watched Project Hail Mary again yesterday, and that's the weirdest thing is like, you know, the life form that he interacts with is like this weird like rock dude that lives, and like that was the big.
Oh, don't spoil it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
But that's the big thing is like we think of life this way. It has to have water. It has to have this. It has to have that. And like that's our forcing it into our little jigsaw piece that this is what life means here. So in order to have any life outside of this, we always look for our exact formula for life as we know it. But that's not necessarily how alien life would have to, like, it could be, you know, it could run off of ammonia or any other random chemical, not just water.
That'd be crazy if it was like some ammonia fucking aliens and they came down here and they immediately get out of the spaceship and just vaporize. Yeah. And we're just like, well, that would have been like, I bet they had really cool things to say, but you know, they just kind of vaporize.
They don't have their little suits they got to be inside.
Yeah.
That was Richard Dawkins' whole thing about like a higher being is that from our understanding of reality, the only way to get something is to make it out of nothing. So if you want a house, you have to build a house. So like, when we try to rationalize the creation of the universe, we're like, well, somebody had to make it because everything around here has been made by somebody. It's kind of the, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I would almost say nothing has been made out of nothing. And I think that's the big thing with scientists that really perplex them on the whole creation subject is that they have never been able to create life out of nothing, which apparently, like 2 days ago, scientists have created the first cell out of nothing.
Well, yeah, but it's not out of nothing. It's out of things. And like that is the way that they explain like the creation of life is that it wasn't from nothing. It was from the right compounds coming together and a process.
What they're trying to do is create life out of non-living material.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've yet to do that. They've not made a cell out of non-living material.
Yeah. Which is like, I mean, that's a substantial jump in creation. Like, but that's where like I don't ascribe to any of the religions because I don't necessarily think there has to be something that created it in order to create where we're at. It could be a random setup that caused it to become real because I don't necessarily stop at, okay, it can't be explained, God. And I think that that's a lot of how from, you know, you're talking about basically people in caves just developing a society, and then since they can't explain how life was created, they're going straight to God. And I don't think that that's how like that math equation works. It's not the only way that math equation works. Like, I'm not saying that it isn't real that God created everybody, but I'm also saying that I don't guarantee that God created.
I just think because of a lot of like, you know, the like the Abrahamic. How do you say it? Abrahamic. I just feel like it'd be Abrahamic. Abrahamic. The Abrahamic religions, and a lot of the religions can be traced to astrology and stuff like that. So it's really hard to find like a Judaic entity that is not like you can't point to a solstice or something happening or something with a constellation. So I think that, you know what I'm saying? It is that like, whoa, what's going on? Well, you know, back then they didn't have anything to do, so they're just paying attention to the sky, and they're like, well, on this day, you know, the sun's the highest, and it's fucking giving us more time to stay away from predators and shit like that. And that's kind of like how the whole God thing came to be. But I think just from the level of thinking, I do think that people have always kind of felt like there is something more than just like we just walk around and then we die and that's it. And this earth has been here for, you know, 100 billion years and dinosaurs and, you know, us, and then one day it'll all be over.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead.
Dog, I was mid-talking, and you tried to talk, and you're like, oh, Michael's continuing to, because I was in mid-point.
I didn't say that. No, I said.
Yeah, but it's like 45 minutes at a time that you'll be talking. And
we both are about to say something at the same time. That's why I was like, all right, you go when Mike's done.
So I think the crazy thing is that, like, people have to have a purpose. Like, that's what they think that they have to have in order to make this life worthwhile. But it's literally today with your family that makes life worthwhile. It doesn't have to be like, you know, when we die, this equals this, or, you know, my life has to mean this thing. Like, simply spending time with your family is enough for me to be like, my life is worthwhile. I enjoy that enough that, like, I don't have to have this bigger purpose that I, you know, need to impact the world or, you know, move on to an afterlife in order for today to matter. Because, like, my wife loves me, my kids love me, my parents love me. So, like, sorry to rub that in, but
What?
my parents love me.
Oh yeah.
You never get,
but that's
you
a
never get
society
any of my
thing.
jokes ever.
That's a society thing, though. Like, that you feel accomplished in that because of society and because of how everything's structured. Where if you were to be technically an earthly thing, you know what I'm saying, a fucking animal, you wouldn't give a rat's ass about your family. You know what I'm saying? You'd be out fucking other women to have other kids while you're in your genetic prime. You would try to be doing all that before you got old and then dying off.
But I mean, if you look at like animal packs and stuff, they still love each other. Like, they still like.
Nah, man, wolves, they'll be like, oh, look how wolves is family. And they fuck their kids and shit and have other pups and stuff. It's weird. It's animalistic. And there has always been a separation of people. We started using tools and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We started fucking.
Yeah, but so do other animals. Like, this is the thing, is we always have to look for our superiority in the world, like, setup.
Because people are superior. Because look at the fucking, we're in a studio with lights on mics and shit like that, and there is no animal that is remotely close to the things that we are doing, and in billions and billions of years of Earth's history has never came close to.
Yes, and once again, though, it's what we know as fact right now versus what has happened in our past, because there is a part of our history where people were advanced and then had a reset. And so, like, there's as much as we can, like, look back, we can only tell this much of the story.
That is scientifically not known. That was said on a Joe Rogan podcast. I mean, we don't have evidence of any, like, there are structures, they say, from the fucking, what do they call that scanner thing?
LiDAR.
But they have not dug it up and, like, here's the structure.
No, but there are ones that predate our current perception of when society began. There's ones that are 14,000 years old, which is prior to the Fertile Crescent and the thing that we were taught as kids. So there is history that goes back further than what we have established. And this is the thing, is you constantly learn. And so, but to say that just because we are the only thing that's this advanced so far doesn't mean that we are the only thing that would have gotten to this advance. And it's the way that we look at this as all awesome, but you could be an advanced society without having to build microphones and video cameras to do a podcast. Like, your timeline goes different, and they could just be one with nature and have a fucking huge community, and it's still an advanced society. So, like, we say that this is the requirements because we want to feel self-important. And so any other creature, if we were to all die off, humans are gone, you can't say that there's no other either primate or other animal that wouldn't eventually learn how to modify their environment to succeed. And then as time goes on, that success would turn into bigger technologies because they don't have to spend all their time doing the feeding the way that they do. They know how to grow certain things and farm, and so their time isn't always spent going and hunting for their next meal.
Right.
And so then they have time to sit around and think, develop language. All those things are possible. It's just, this is the reality we live in, that we conquered that. That is what humans did. But at one point, we were animals, just like everybody else. We didn't just plop down Adam and Eve, and it isn't Adam and Steve, it's Adam and Eve, because gay people would have made it so that there would be no kids. But Adam and Eve...
No, they would have just adopted.
I'm still of the mindset, man, we are not of this planet. None of us are. Because it's just like, man, everything else is adapted to staying out in the sun all day.
We were, but then we
Yes.
unadapted ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, we were outside, just like he said. We were animals, and then we
Right, but still
domesticated
people with-
ourselves, and then now, like, we can't. You don't have as much like bacteria in your gut to fight
Right.
bacteria in raw food and all these things that we used to just naturally come with.
I wonder, does skin cancer not exist in tribes in Africa?
No, not...
And it's just from us just being so...
Because we're not accustomed to it, and it's his whole sunglasses conspiracy.
It's just, there's so much just like coincidence and fucking convenience.
You
Like,
have
it's
to,
like we
you
got
have to
not
have
only
the coincidence.
not only but it's so much, not only to form life on a planet, Because we see all these other planets that are nowhere near, couldn't hold life.
Exactly what my point of the
But
Hail Mary.
then having the evolution, and then finally there is a group of creatures that could fucking start using tools and building society and stuff like that.
We're not the
and
only
then
ones
just
that use
so
tools.
happy it happened. It's just we're the only ones that use tools proficiently.
To the level that we do because of the time that we've had with tools. But there's plenty of animals right now that are using tools to help themselves. There's even animals that will try to like grow their own like insect piles and stuff like that. Like the symbiosis that
Ravens using rocks to crack nuts. I mean, I get all that. And then not only do you have all the coincidence of that, you then have the coincidence of having everything on this planet to form all of this technology. Every single fucking...
Well, if we didn't have it, we couldn't form it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it's like every single element and mineral that you need to fucking build something you have here.
Yeah, they're pretty much everywhere. They're all throughout the whole cosmos. Like, those elements are there. And it's just going back to Hail Mary is that we assume life has to look exactly like our life. When we assume aliens exist, we assume a fucking little gray man. Like, we don't...
I love how my shit's dumb. Like, y'all are, like, looking at each other like my shit's dumb, and you keep referencing a goddamn movie.
Which brings up a fucking valid point that you are so...
It does not. Like, there's no other... There is not even an iota of evidence that says anything exists outside of the nitrogen, hydrogen, fucking carbon fucking build that people are.
Yeah.
Like, there could be a rock band who fucking is electromagnetized fucking ammonia rock that can retain memory without fucking brain matter and shit like that.
Yes, because this is how life developed here. It doesn't mean that this is the only way that life could form. We assume that this is the way that it can form because we look at it as what we have as an example.
Right.
You are putting it in a box that says this is the only way it could happen. I'm saying there's other ways that it could happen. And that's the thing is like you're like, you're an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
I'm not saying you're an idiot.
Yes, by comparing it to a movie, you are belittling the point of that just because we have this version of life and how it exists here doesn't mean that there's not another way that life, like when we look down at the bottom of the ocean, nothing should be able to survive down there under that much pressure and blah, blah, blah. There's literally life that thrives at the bottom of the ocean at like vents where they're not running off of sunlight. They're running off of the power that's coming out of the earth. So that is, it breaks the idea that it has to be the sun provides its light to algae or something like that. And then and then other life feeds off the algae.
Right.
Like, that life exists here on earth in a way that contradicts the way that we think of life. So what I'm trying to bring up is that it's not as simple as like, well, people don't exist on Mars, so obviously there's no life anywhere else, and there's no way that it could exist anywhere else.
Right.
That's what you're saying. And I'm saying that there is a possibility that it could be anything. We are just looking through it with the lens of this is how it exists here, so nothing else could happen anywhere else.
Maybe. I mean, that's something that would be preposterous until...
Not preposterous. Like, that's
kind of
the
preposterous.
Thing.
Like, if you think of deep sea creatures, they're still made of cells. Like, they're still
So is
fucking
a rock.
nitrogen-based fucking...
The rock is still made of cells.
It's not made of cells.
No, it's not. Made
It's
of
made of elements.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
But once again,
Atoms. That's what I'm thinking.
matter. You matter to me.
You matter to me, baby.
But once again,
It's a bunch of fucking uneducated people talking about this.
I know,
subject, too.
I know, fucking
So look, you
That's the
saying
fun
rock
part.
has cells. If you think of like the grand scheme of intelligence, me and Dylan's not far off of rock has cells. We're just smart enough to know a rock does not have organic cells.
I went to Christian school.
Yeah, man. Look, we're fucking.
Dude,
Russell's like, we're here. That's all that matters.
I had a science teacher that literally an entire lesson was disproving fossils.
So God, what he wants to do is you have to have faith, and that's what all this thing is based off of. Out of everything I could say is not real, dog. If there was a devil, the first thing he's doing is like, there's a whole book. I'm changing that. We're gonna change that up. But he's like, nope, the devil can't touch it. He can't touch the Bible. But I could go in there and just fucking change like 7 words in it. Somebody be reading this and be like, fuck, it is okay to have sex with my sister. which the Bible probably don't fucking say. I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, there's tons of incest in there. Tons. Usually it's dad to daughter, but
Well, that's the father. You know what I'm saying? He's the
patriarch.
that's his objects. Like it's his property.
Like, you know, the whole Sodom and Gomorrah story when the angels come in. I don't know if you know the story or not. Angels come in and like this guy's like, man, there's something about these. Like, he don't know they're angels. He's like, there's something about these guys. I just like them.
We're gonna rape him.
Well, no, the entire town comes up and is knocking on the door saying, hey, we saw those 2 new guys come into your house. Go ahead and send them out here so we can rape them. And he's like, nah, I can't do that. I just met these 2 guys, and there's something about them. I just don't want to send them out of the crowd to be raped. That'd be horrible. You can have my daughters, though.
Yeah, right.
Like, you take my wife and my daughters.
They end up raping an angel, though. So that's what they believe the whole don't be a homosexual because of Sodom and Gomorrah is when they rape an angel. They're like, well, it's guy on guy. Well, it's the rape of an angel. So
The rape part is...
yeah, it's the rape part that's bad.
No, it's guy on guy action.
It's guy on guy action.
So
I just love the people that wrote the Bible.
Is there
like,
any
what they were thinking when they were-
consensual guy on guy action that's in the Bible?
A lot.
But like, imagine when you're writing the Bible and you're like the things that need to be put in there, and you know everybody's just like writing this Bible and everything like that. And it's like, yeah, don't mix fabrics. And you're just like reading that, and you're like, you know, there was some guy who was making something out of cotton, and people were like, man, you can put this fucking cotton polyester shit together and fucking really like drag this shit out. And they were like, no, we can't do that. We got to preserve the fucking cotton industry. Some Roman who's just like, this is my whole gig.
Well, I'm just thinking you can't mix fabrics, but that's pretty gay to make a rule that you can't mix fabrics.
Right.
And then the next rule is you can't be gay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can't mix fabrics.
They are saying, though, that like polyester and stuff is really, really problematic for the reproductive. Remember how we were talking about how like the reproductive ability of people is diminishing, and they think a lot of that is from like the chemicals that we wear on our skin. And so all athletic leisure wear, that which everybody fucking wears now, it's, you know, yoga pants and guys that wear spandex underwear and all that stuff, all those chemicals are like leaching into you, which is...
So I'm actually like a real big conspiracy theorist against that. I think that it is the chemicals in the food we eat, the fucking, you know, atomic testing and shit like that, the radionuclides we've been fucking exposed to from that. When you got to think that like half of them, the strontium and shit like that, have a half-life of like 26 fucking years, so they'd still be prevalent around today. Winds carrying it, it's all over the world. It's like now people, the reproductive, which is something that when you're exposed to radioactivity is something that absolutely happens. That's why the whole nuts and microwave joke was a fucking thing. Like, dude, when you microwave something, make sure you shield your testicles or you're not gonna be able to have. It's that shit. And then they'll be like, release a thing that says polyester is what's doing it. It's because you're wearing polyester clothes.
Do you not realize how chemical, like that is literally oil on your skin made into a fabric that then leaches those chemicals off the whole time that you are sweating in them, wearing them. Like, so it's like the Teflon pan that you're worried about is the thing that's literally touching your skin all the time. And so those chemicals are going into your body because your skin does absorb chemicals. Like it absorbs everything. And so if you're sweating and then it's leaching into the clothes and then leaching back into your body, you are literally like ingesting petroleum products into your skin.
But then so you have all this study of your skin absorbing stuff, and then you got like sunscreen and shit like that, and they're like, but it's the sun that gives you cancer.
Yeah, exactly. Once again, it's one of those things of you're putting it on your skin. Like I'm saying all of it. You're saying that...
I've just not read the thing on polyester, but I mean, I believe you. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't believe
that's kind
that
of
our skin's
you
absorbing
got to.
it. But then the sun gets all the... Like anytime someone gets skin cancer, it's like, well, you got sunburnt. That's why.
I don't know if he was... I didn't take it as him disagreeing with you. I just took it as him kind of adding to the point of like, that might be a thing.
But it wasn't an and then,
polyester.
It was a but.
I got you.
But then they'll blame the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like that will give you cancer. A foreign chemical, and then they'll blame the
natural thing.
building block of life, pretty much, our fucking what everybody has confused as God since the dawn of time. They'll be like, that thing right there, that's, you know, protected people, made plants grow, photosynthesis, everything. It's the building block of everything. That's what kills us.
Yeah.
Well, and I still believe that we should be sunning our buttholes, but like
getting that energy in there.
I can't get you guys on board to, you know,
Gooch
do
to
our
sunlight.
15-minute break, go out and sun our buttholes for 15
Y'all
minutes.
didn't tell me about this. I'd be down on
Yeah,
this.
no, I tried to get Mike on.
What
to
if
it
we
a
really
month or
did
two
that? I
ago.
think we should really do it. And then next podcast, I swear to God, we should go do that.
And then the next one we'll be doing from
No,
jail
we
phones.
should do it. We should do the podcast. Can you set up an outside one while we sun our buttholes? And then we just have the cameras like right there as we're like
Just shots on our faces.
sunning our anuses.
And the thing is, though, is we're in the middle of Uptown. We'll have to go up on the roof and sun our buttholes.
No, we'll go
Can we get
somewhere.
those like
We'll go to like a
surgery
backyard or
curtains?
something.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean when they put the curtain on half your body?
I have to sling my balls across my leg though, because it'll cover up my butthole.
Not if you got your butthole to like, so you're
I got
face
long
down.
balls, dog.
Yeah, but your butthole will be up here. and
Gravity
then
will
it'll
pull
be-
your balls down,
you're-
so they're
you're
not.
you're
You're not on your
laying-
back.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying like so it's gonna like
You gotta
my
go-
balls are gonna go past the like there's gonna be a ball on each side of the shaft.
Well, we're crouching. We're crouching
Oh,
tiger.
wait, are we doggy style?
Yeah, we're doggy style.
No, we're not
how do
doggy.
you
I'm
sun
not
your
doggy
butt-
styling.
So you're doing legs
He's
up in the
on
air?
his
Legs
back
up, yeah.
with holding his ankles. Like
Man, that's
that's
gonna
how
be-
he's
I
sunning
think we
his
should try
asshole.
different ways.
Yeah, I think me
do
and
need to
Russell's
focus,
idea
dude.
probably.
We do need to do like that, and then the podcast after where we're all dealing with the sunburn on our assholes.
What's
I don't know,
it called? A
that's-
control group? We need Mike to be the control.
That
group.
doesn't do it. Yeah, I
No,
should be the controller that
no,
doesn't do it.
He doesn't.
No,
And
you
then
do it
y'all-
on your back,
I wanna
and then
see
me
how
and Dylan do it on our
glowing
bellies.
y'all skin it. Yeah, I'll do it on my back. Spread eagle. All right.
Imagine walking up to this this butthole.
You just got hairy buttholes.
What is it called? What is it called? Sunning your butthole?
Butt
Or-
sunning.
No, what?
No.
Recharging.
God,
Sunning. It's sunning,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Because you could do it with your vagina.
Let me whip
too,
out
can't
my
you?
solar panel real quick.
Yeah, like just especially. So what we got to do is we got to go have a country barbecue, tenderloin biscuit, because we know that those make us sleepy.
yeah.
And then we go charge our buttholes and see if we get energy from that. Like we're drinking a cup of
What if
coffee.
we really did though? Like, what if we did that and then like we're able to like pick up cars and shit?
I'm so glad that we went from like legit political discussion to this because
Sun
this
in
is
your
so much
butthole.
better.
Oh, I love
We're
it.
fucking
This is
retarded,
so
dude.
much
Like this
better.
is us. Like this is us, and that's what's fun about it is that we can go to like that kind of arguing thing of were we arguing about polyester? No, but now we're on to sunning our buttholes. But what if it did? Like, what if that's the lie? And then we sun our buttholes, and then we are a fucking problem, dude. Like, fucking Russell can like stretch his limbs out and shit like that. And as long as because the fat guy always gets turned into like fat powers. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be the rock guy.
You can just get
No,
fatter.
see, that's what happens. The
You're gonna-
fat guy,
you're
yeah,
gonna
the
turn
fat
into
guy
The
gets
Rock.
fat powers, and I don't like that. Like, I don't want fat powers. Why is it always the fat guy gets
I
fat
can
powers?
eat everything.
Yeah, I can eat body expansion. Like, y'all are getting shot at, I just inflate my fucking body.
Yeah.
It's like his skin's so thick, you fucking, yeah, it just bounces off. It's hitting the fucking people that are shooting at us.
There was a king in the Bible who got stabbed, and he was so fat that it didn't hit any of his vital organs. And he
That's real, though,
survived.
yeah. that's like shit that could happen.
we got to make longer knives now.
Yeah, they were like these 3-inch blades. Let's come out with the 6-inch blades, and then the government's like ban those because you know they're all fat and happy and shit like that. They got the 3 inches of protection. That's why they banned the 6-inch knives because it could get through the fucking cellulite.
Oh man.
It's like if you eat a lot of food, you get cellulite, but if you get an infection, you get cellulitis.
I do like some cellulite. I don't mind it.
That's a badge of honor for you, right?
What?
I've had
When
more
the
girls.
skin dimples.
Yeah, I probably had more of that than non-cellulite.
What are you talking about?
He likes
The women I date.
cellulite.
Oh, yeah. He likes a lot of it. Good amount.
The more cellulite, the better.
His definition of thick is far off than everybody else's.
He's just trying to be nice.
I can't help that I have expanded tastes.
I feel like we could have seen if this was like 30 years ago, we could have seen him on Jerry Springer and like 3 girls bring him on there like he said he's sleeping with me.
And then a guy comes out and was like, yeah, well, he said he was sleeping with me.
And I'm like, there's enough love to go around,
And he's
y'all.
like, I didn't even know this was a dude. And it's just like a dude, big dude, muscular dude with a wig on.
See,
He's
I
like,
wonder-
you didn't know I was a dude? And he's
I
like,
wonder
"No."
if Russell would be into skinny dudes but big girls, or
Nah.
whether he'd go with big boys too.
No, I think big black boxer boyfriend would also be up Russell's alley.
Just whatever.
People are people. Love is love.
I'm like Oberyn from Game of Thrones.
There you go.
Just not as good looking.
See, look, it's one thing if you're fighting this super big warrior guy who only fucks women, but once he's like, I fuck dudes too, you're like, fuck, God. Like this guy shed all like, and he's so open and happy about it too. And it's just like, this is gonna be. I'm about to get my ass whooped, dog.
Dude, that was one of the scenes I saw of him. He's like, they cut to Oberyn and he's in a bed with just men and women all around. I'm like, that guy's fucking living.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, he's got a great life.
He just loves bussing. That's it.
It was like the band Rammstein. It was the big thing back in the day. They're like, all of them are gay. And I'm like, I bet they have a great time on tour.
Yeah, right.
It's like, you can't get any groupies. It's like we'll just fuck each other. Yeah.
It's like,
you have any luck? All right, drummer, bend over. Like,
it's so funny because they're all real German looking too. Mm-hmm. That's one thing about Dark. Is like, man, they have some people where you're just like, those people could exist in, fucking England and America. And then they got some people like Ulrich, who's like, that's a German man right there. Put that guy in an SS uniform, you wouldn't bat an eye.
We need to get Russell on Dark.
Yeah, I have to.
You'd like it. It's just the only thing that stops people from watching it is
subtitles, right?
Yeah. And you are a guy from anime. That's why I don't care about that. The only thing is it's very mystery plot heavy and you have to pay attention the whole time. So you're dealing with all these mysteries and stuff and you're piecing puzzles together while also reading it. So like four episodes in, you're just like, I think I have a migraine. Like
that took a little bit.
When the show's so good, you got a migraine. It's a good fucking show.
Yeah. Well, that's anime. Show. I mean, I used to watch or subbed anime all the time when I was younger. I ain't got no problems with it. I don't mind subtitles.
Yeah, I tried to do the dubbed version for the first episode, and 10 minutes in, I had to turn it off.
See, I can do dub for a cartoon.
Yeah.
Because it's okay. I was brought up on, Dragon Ball Z and all that. Doesn't quite have to match. But when it's real people, it's kind of throws you off.
Oh, it's terrible. So terrible.
Dark is so close to my top 3 right now, though. So
it'll probably finish out up there.
I mean, it might finish out 1.
So what's your top 3 right now?
Oh, God. I don't even know.
Well, you're saying top 3. I don't have a top 3.
I think it changes based on, because here's the thing too, is it'll be Better Call Saul for a while, and then it'll be Breaking Bad, and then it'll just it'll interchange between however I'm feeling during the couple of months that I'm like, I want to watch something, because that's a big autism thing, is you watch shit that you've already watched before. So my biggest one has always been The Office, but I just don't think. Like, The Office is something that I could throw on and then not pay attention to. Dark is something where I'm just like, I can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah.
I like those kind of shows. Breaking Bad, if I was thinking about television shows that was like, I can't wait till the next episode, it was Breaking Bad. Like, those were ones where, and then, the episodes are longer in the seasons and shit, and those are ones where Dark, if I'm very tired, I'm just like, I got to go to bed. Because I'm not going to retain anything that they show me. Breaking Bad is like, I'm fucking staying up for this. I don't think I've had. It's the experience when you watch it. Game of Thrones seasons, 1 through 6. There's a steep fall off with, season 6, but still, it was just like, I can't wait to see the next episode.
Did you ever watch The Shield on FX back in the day? It was like that. Like, I would be like, all right, I'm gonna watch. I got 20 minutes left. I'm gonna finish this episode and go to bed. And at the end of the episode was so hype and jacked that I'm like wide awake now, and I got to watch the rest of it.
Is Shield cop show?
Michael Chiklis and Walton Goggins.
I cannot get into
early Walton Goggins.
I cannot get into a cop show to save my life, except for Criminal Minds. And I think because Criminal Minds is a dedicated kind of unit that's dealing with already dead people versus like I want to see. What's it called? I was wanting to see it because I kept seeing clips of it. 911. And then, because I kept seeing clips of it, I was like, oh man, maybe this show's like pretty good. It's dealing with like some emotional shit. And then it was like,
in space.
I saw it was like in space. Nobody can hear you call for help or whatever. And I'm like, that's the corniest shit. Because as soon as, if you're watching a cop show, like The Wire, you're dealing with like cops and undercover cops and corruption and shit like that, which is like real stuff. But then it's like you watch any other cop show and it's like, all right, we got to zip line into Russia, save this girl, bring her back to have her testify against this Russian mafia member. And all the while that's happening, my wife's having a baby, so we got to get back before that. And I'm just like, this is so convoluted and stupid. I can't fucking keep
No,
up
you
with
would like, if you like The Wire, The Shield is like The Wire light. So it's like,
so it's more
FX.
based in reality.
It's way more based in reality. It is all about corruption. Like Michael Chiklis is a corrupt. He's not like a fun little anti-hero where like you could. He is a fucking corrupt cop.
See, now Wednesday I'm gonna be burning through goddamn.
The Wire.
I'm like, all right, guys, I got 6 hours of this book. We're gonna have to get through it because I was watching The Shield all goddamn night.
It's so fucking good, man. Like, oh man, yeah, it's pretty rough.
I feel like Mara Kingstown's kind of in that same realm. It's like a brother. Two brothers that are like negotiators between the cops and the prison, and like they kind of run interference between the gangs and the law, and so they get to like play a lot of negotiations between the two, but they're kind of running the whole game.
I've not been able to get into any of the Yellowstone stuff because it's just from the get go. It's just like, this is not real. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't feel real. Like, and then when you think of like weird shows that are not, I'm okay with fantasy and dragons and stuff like that. Something that paints itself as this probably is never going to happen. Even when you're watching Breaking Bad, you're just kind of like, he is a chemist. What would happen if a chemist was like, hey, I'm going to do like a life of crime? There is a little bit of like reality in it. And then you got, you know, fucking farmers that are, I mean, they are out there. What is fucking Yellowstone about?
So,
because I tried 2 episodes and it really gave the impression of rich people can do anything the fuck they want with no repercussion.
It is kind of that. It's so if you start with like 1883, it's their trip out west and like the shit that goes on, and then 1923 picks up with them having their farm. Like so, they get out west in 1883. 1923 is their farm, and then there's rich people trying to take their farm, and then that's kind of where they really develop their like crime side of things,
mafia style of running things.
Well, because like somebody's trying to take their thing from them, and so then they fight against it, and like it's, you know, olden times where it would be, you know, a couple different powers trying to fuck with each other, trying to be the ultimate.
I think I tried to watch Yellowstone too, because here's the thing: I watched Sons of Anarchy, and I liked Sons of Anarchy. But then it's like, we're too modern now where you see shit that goes on in Yellowstone and it's like, dude, fucking DEA, fucking any kind of law enforcement organization would have you fucking snuffed out like that.
Except for if you have them in your pocket. And like that is the thing, is like the corruption that actually exists in this real world of like, oh, you're a staple of society. You get a pass, you get a pass, you get a pass. And so like most of the really, really rough stuff goes unnoticed. Like it's not that they get away with it after they've been caught. They know how to not get caught because it is out in the middle of nowhere. And so certain things, and then yes, you do have like the governor in your pocket, or you know, different people in the government.
Well, you'll know if I'm giving it a good go at it, because they don't come in here with a cowboy hat on, and that's why I think I started to hate shows like that too. And that's one thing about me, is that I'll get that kind of, what's the word for it?
Fanatical.
Not fanatical. No, I don't get fanatical over any show. It's that I'll get, like, I don't like the show solely based off the people who watch the show. Because then everybody and their mom, or, you know, when Sons of Anarchy came out, everybody was wearing fucking biker leather and shit like that. And then they started wearing cowboy boots and cowboy hats. And it's like, y'all are so fucking corny.
Yeah. And I try to divorce myself from that, because I did not watch Yellowstone because I knew the people that were in love with it. And they're like, oh, yeah. And I mean, it does definitely like lean in that bracket, but I think Taylor Sheridan is just amazing at putting a story together. And like, it's not the most interesting story, but he does, like, his body of work is just so extensive. Like, I mean, he's up to like 7 or 8 different shows that he's done. He did Sicario. He did,
I just like that. I'd like to be wowed, man. And then, like, when you think of like Stranger Things, that first season is fucking solid. Like one of the best seasons of television ever. Especially, you know, because they're leading down all. It's a mystery, essentially. Like Dark was able to do it for 3 seasons, and then once I guess the mystery was over, they were like, all right, in the show. And then Stranger Things kind of went the fantasy route after they had that whole big mystery route. Because, like, really, I mean, it's like the Demogorgon is cool, but then you're sitting there the whole time of, is Will alive? Is Joyce crazy? What has happened? And they find his body. Yeah, is this a big like government cover up and shit like that? And I could see how that kind of spawned my irrational views of how the last season was going to go. But
Well, and I think they expanded it too much. Like they made it like they could have made it go a different way and then wrapped it up shorter, but they wanted to go further and further with it. And
until
so
they
had
fucking
to,
get divorced and shit like that, and then they don't care about the show anymore because they want to fucking retain their family. And look, I don't give a fucking rat's ass about your goddamn family. Wow me. Wow me.
or quit the job and let
Give it to
somebody
somebody
take
else, yeah. Because I was talking to Dylan about that. I was like, imagine they gave the fucking people who made Dark the last episode to that. They'd have just gave you a banger, and then you'd have been like, I want 5 more seasons of this, please.
Yeah.
And then, but they're German. They're like, no, we end it now. Like, yeah.
Story
this
done.
ends now.
Story's done. It's one of the most beautifully shot shows, though. Like, even if you were to just watch it without keeping up with the story, it is just gorgeous through and through.
I remember Amy showed me this thing of there's this German guy and there's this girl like taking pictures of him, and it's like before and after he realizes she's foreign. And like at first it's like, and then you can see like the scowl on his face. And I looked at Amy and I went, wait a minute. And oh my God, dude, I thought she was going to die of laughing so hard. But that shit was so fun because you could just see he's like taking all the pictures and then he's just like, and then goes into like this really angry look. Wait a minute. Oh God, I can't wait to finish Dark. Let's finish Dark now. All right, guys, look.
Mike was trying to pitch that we were just going to come back here and let him watch the last 4 episodes of Dark.
And then Russell's just like, I have no idea what's going on.
I do like jumping in on things, kind of like with the books podcasts we do. It's like I have no idea.
If you love
like
that,
coming in on a movie, like I went and saw the first Twilight movie with a girl when it came out. Didn't watch any of the rest of them,
Yeah,
and
you
then
watched
the
it with a
last
girl.
one came out.
you watched it with a girl, didn't watch any more of them.
Well, I went and watched the last one with a girl, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm here.
We
I'm
got
gonna try to figure it out.
We see a fucking Team Jacob shirt on the fucking chair, and yeah,
I
watched it
fuck with
a girl.
Pattinson. Now I will say, Robert Pattinson is one of the best actors of the last 15 years.
I'll agree with that. Very good actor. Very good Batman.
I don't think
Amazing Batman.
The only reason they shit on his fucking Batman is because they were like, well, he was in Twilight. Twilight's a girl thing, and I don't really.
Motherfucker been-
the girl guy cannot do good Batman.
Bro, he been making amazing indie movies for the last decade. And then he's like, oh, I guess I'll make another tent pole. And I don't understand when people don't talk about that Batman movie. That's one of the best Batman movies I've ever fucking seen.
Most realistic, man.
Yes.
And like, it's like, if Batman was in this world, our world right here, what would he be dealing with? A fucking mass shooter.
And his whole thing is he's the greatest detective. And like you get a couple things in the Nolan where, you know, he's drilling the bullets out of the brick. But we really don't see him as like a detective.
Right.
And except for the Batman, the Matt Reeves one. Oh, it's so fucking good.
Well,
I'm glad we have that same take. Like that is, he's.
I
up there.
watched-
I would put him.
Dude,
Listen, I would put him as second best Batman.
Who's first? I want to know who your first is.
Christian Bale. Like,
Okay.
what?
All right. I was just wondering.
And he might be elevated just because of
The voice.
the supporting cast he had.
See, I think the thing about Bale is he's amazing Bruce Wayne. He's an amazing Batman, but that voice was mocked so much that it's hard for me to go back and watch his movies anytime he starts.
Yeah, but I
speaking.
feel like that's the Batman voice now.
No, it is, but like it's hard to get out of it, like the humor of it.
the
Because
Bad
it's been
Neighbors
made
was
fun
so
of
funny
so
when
much.
they did that.
The only problem was if Bruce Wayne spoke like that outside of Batman costume, but then once you realize he's only doing that so people don't hear his voice, that's what makes it corny. Because I did not like that when someone explained it to me because I was just sitting there and it's like, yeah, I just think the Batman voice is corny. I'm like, that's Batman, dude. That's the Batman voice. He's like, yeah, but the whole reason he's doing this is so people don't see that that's his actual voice. And I'm like, oh God, that's corny. Like, oh my God. Like he's literally like, if I got into a superhero suit and I was like, hey guys, well, I'm here to save the day. I'm only doing that voice so people don't see that it's me under the fucking mask.
Yeah, but with you, your voice is so distinct, you kind of would have to.
Oh yeah, I mean,
They'd be like, look at fucking Filoni's falafel trying to be Batman over here.
All right, guys, it's time to. What? Hey, Steve, is that you, Mike? Is that Steve? Is that you, Mike? In there? Is that you?
Oh man.
Yeah, I think Twilight ruined it for Robert Pattinson because I think his acting in there, you can't really shine. Like that movie is not built for anybody to come out of that and be like, you're a great actor. This is a great, like you can do amazing because the movie, and I'm not saying that it's bad, but it's not good.
It's dog shit.
He hates those fucking. He even said he's like, I didn't give it my all at all.
No,
We also
you
got to
couldn't.
think because his fucking girlfriend started boning I think she started boning the director of Was it Twilight or the movie the indie movie she was doing?
I don't know the
That's one of
personal
those.
drama.
That's one of those where that's a kind of forgotten affair in Hollywood. Is because
I did forget they used to.
Yeah, him and
hook
Kristen
up.
Stewart were dating, and then she was shooting a movie and started having sex with the director of that movie, cheating on him. So I guarantee he really doesn't like those movies.
Yeah, he came out all right. Because what's her career now? And he's fucking
Oh,
bad.
yeah, I don't think she did really anything.
She's
much
doing a
after
lot
that.
of indie stuff too.
And I mean, they both
Kristen
did the
Stewart is a
same-
good actor too.
No, she
actress
is
too. She is.
Was the American Ultra with her and Jesse Eisenberg? Have you ever seen that? It's one of those that's like probably a solid 6, but I enjoy it to the level of like a 7 or an
What?
8.
It's not the one where
It's-
did
he
they have
was-
a kid?
No, they're like just kind of too rough, kind of living a rough life. He's got real bad anxiety, and it turns out he was like an MK Ultra agent, and he gets turned on, and he starts fucking people up, going
Dude,
crazy.
Eisenberg's movies now is just like it's like begonia, like what fucking Emma Stone does now. But it's all these actors and actresses that start in these fucking big things, and then they're like, you know what? We're just gonna do creative shit. I mean, that was Robert Pattinson too until he signed on with Batman.
But even the Batman is like a creative take on Batman.
Still one of the best Batmans.
Oh, dude, so fucking.
It's so good, and it's like
watching
a
it
realistic
back to
version.
back with the Dark Knight because you're like, all right, nothing can beat the Dark Knight. I'm not gonna say it's better, but it's equal.
It's there, yeah. It's he's in the conversation.
It's an
of
equal
great
movie.
Batmans
Yeah.
because I mean he just fucking when you think of the idea of Batman and not this like convoluted Batman that has to build a super suit to fight Superman. If you really if Batman was here today, because I'm sorry, if Batman was here today and an alien like Superman showed up, ain't a goddamn thing you doing against that.
And that's the thing is like Bale's Batman, like when he's like, yeah, he gets down and depressed, but like Batman can be real fucking depressed, and Pattinson play like the emo Batman.
Yeah,
better
but you
than-
gotta think if you're a fucking bat detective, man, and you're solving all these fucking crimes and shit like that, and you're seeing pedophile rings and dead children and shit like
That's
that,
what
that's
I'm
gonna
saying.
fuck you
Yeah.
up. Like you're not gonna be this party boy fucking philanthropist
No.
shit, and that's what I can't stand about just like the Marvel universe. It's just like it's all jokes and happiness while people die. People are dying, like loved ones getting fucking smushed by fucking buildings when aliens come through. They're always like, yeah, man, we thwarted the aliens, and it's never death toll 22,000 people.
Well, that's why I like Civil War because that's the only Marvel movie that touches on that. They're like, oh, look, she threw the guy in the air. He blew up next to a building. Any other Marvel movie, they'd be like, all right, next scene.
Yeah.
Civil War, they're like, yeah, but like 20 people just died.
Well, they'd be like fireworks, you know, like in Marvel movies today, they'd be like fireworks.
Oh, so pretty. But they're like, oh, no, you remember the last movie where we dropped a big city on on the country and like thousands of people died? Like maybe we should get put in check. And which it was funny because then DC came out with the same type of thing with Batman, Superman.
DC's just corny about it. Like they're like, here's the thing. If you just I've always viewed DC as kind of like the emotional, the other kind of spectrum of things are more dark and kind of deal with like people stuff. But then they're like, we don't want to divulge into that emotion and stuff like that. We want to be like, yeah, it's sad and dreary, but also, here's Darkseid and everybody will no build up to any of this. No kind of like, imagine Batman starts off with Robert Pattinson's Batman. And then he slowly starts finding out that the universe is a lot bigger than what it is. And he's fucking torn between saving lives and stopping a fucking alien race and shit like that. Like that, the buildup is better. It's just like DC wants to rush to that conclusion every single time.
Well, they didn't even give Batman his own solo movie before they put him in with Superman.
Yeah, they were like Batman v Superman, but
And
it's a
then
new
they're
Batman.
both super moody. And I'm like, the whole point of Batman versus Superman is one is the dark and the other one is the light.
One is optimism and one's pessimism.
And when you have both of them being pessimistic the whole movie, it just didn't. That was one of those I watched that movie about 4 times to keep giving it chances, and I'm like, I just can't.
Hot take, I don't fuck with Henry Cavill Superman.
I mean, he's all right. Like, I don't necessarily dislike his Superman. It's the writing and the movies around it.
You know who's giving us the best Superman? Smallville did.
Yeah, I will. What's his name? I can't think.
I couldn't tell you.
Tom.
I couldn't tell you, but I feel like the best Superman we've gotten is Smallville's because he was able to separate being the superior alien race and having the weight of kind of like different, dealing with Lex Luger and everything like that. But also like he has a crush on a girl. he was raised by humans. He still has like that kind of
All
side
the human
about him.
emotions, yeah.
Yeah, he has all the human emotions, and he has like, it's
Tom
like the
Welling.
light.
Tom Welling.
Tom Welling.
Yeah, but I thought he fucking ate that shit up. Now I was a kid when I watched it, so I could watch it back as an adult and be like,
this is
dog
shit.
Yeah, I could have just gave the worst take ever. But it just feels like when you have Superman, Superman was raised by a humble farmer.
Well, that's why I like the new Superman. Like, I don't know if you watched it or not, but like they go and you see his family, and every other Superman movie, they're like, let's get a big act. We got Kevin Costner, we got this guy to play Superman's dad. And then in these, it's just like, it's just kind of some actors. Like, they're not big actors.
That did give the best fucking death of the.
Don't.
Even though it's convoluted.
The Man of Steel,
And it's
whenever
like
he's
you can
like,
literally do it without people seeing you because you're that goddamn fast. But
his
don't
dad is
supersonic.
dying. Kevin Costner is dying, and he's like,
In a tornado.
Don't use your powers because then everybody will know you're Superman. And I'm like,
Saving
fuck
my
that.
dad.
Yeah, I'm saving my dad.
And the thing is, too, is that there's such a big buildup to the fucking tornado happening that at any point, Superman, he could have saved the day. Like, and then finally, we just let it get so bad because the dad's like, I'm going to go back and grab the dog. Here's the thing, too. The tornado's coming. Clark could have went and saved the dog.
Yeah.
Because he just grabs the dog and like walks back. He's not fucking affected by the tornado force winds.
Couldn't he just get in the tornado and spin the other way and make it go back up in the cloud? and
Well,
be
yeah,
done?
he could spin around there.
All kinds of things he could have done.
Superman's OP. So you can't tell me that there's no way that. But sorry. That is great, though. And it's just Costner as an actor just.
Yeah,
you really feel it just.
him carrying that.
And that's how you know great actors who can carry all that emotion in just one gesture of. And the look says everything. Mm-hmm. We'll never be that, Russell. We got to stick to comedy movies.
I'll get there.
Yeah, Russell's going to be one of the most dramatic actors that exists of all
I'm
time.
gonna be the next Pattinson, dude.
What we need to do, though, and this is what we need to do, we need to just get like a very, like once we start building up through the shorts and everything like that, once we get a very good actor on set, that's when I think my competitive nature will come in and I'll give a pretty good performance.
I think if you just give Russell a chance, he can give a great performance.
What Dylan said.
You just ain't got faith.
I'd have faith. I absolutely have faith. But how many people have made short films and was like, I bet this cast can do it. And you watch that fucking short film or that B movie and you're like,
That's
this is
not
dog
us.
shit actors.
It's not us.
It's not us.
We're not as good as the people that make B movies. Thanks, Killing. We're not as good as those guys yet.
Yeah, because we haven't done the thing. All we got to do is do the thing. You get better at the thing by doing the thing.
Going through the motions will not make you better.
Doing the thing and learning from it is exactly what makes you better.
Learning makes you better.
You can't learn and then you can't learn how to do surgery and never have done the lab hours and then do surgery.
Listen, my molester Papa is the perfect example of this because he spent his whole life collecting stuff and collected. I mean, that's all he cared about was like Dylan did it every single day of his life, collected nothing of note. And I guarantee you people that were way better at it fucking June the fuck out of them.
He wasn't trying to do the thing. Like he was going and doing the thing, but without the intention of being the best at doing the thing. Like
If you don't draw every day, you can't become a good artist.
Exactly.
I still want to do that Krampus in July. I love that when we fucking.
Well, now it's out there and somebody else is going to do it.
What? Nobody's going to fucking do Krampus in July. And if they did do it, we would do it and just better.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, me and Russell carrying a fucking comedy is going to be infinitely better. I still like the whole thing of, dude, I think there's a Krampus outside. And then you just laying in bed, you're like, the German deity that comes to children that have been naughty. But we'll have you worded in a much wordier fucking, just showing that you have a fucking expanded lexicon. Like, we'll have you word it like that. And I'm like, yeah. And you're just like, all right. And you get up and start putting your pants on and everything. I'm telling you, there's so many. I think, like, dry humor is the best way to go about that. Because technically, I mean, Krampus is there for, like, mischief and death and shit like that. Like, it shouldn't be just like a slapstick. Just make it very dry.
Yeah.
I tell you about Krampus, you immediately believe it. That would be fucking fun as shit. But I just felt like during that conversation when we were talking about the costumes, the special effects guy was like, nah. How would you like to do a clown movie?
But he has 3 Krampus outfits we can use.
That one Krampus, though, I mean, if you showed that to 100 people and was like, who's that? Like, fucking, I don't know. That. Have you seen Scary Stories? You Tell in the Dark? You know the white thing, that would be her brother. That fucking did the dude with the hat on.
I haven't seen it.
That one was fucking terrifying looking. You know which one I'm talking about.
He showed us all of them. I don't know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I think all of them were pretty spooky.
I don't know. I do not think that I should continue with books my wife likes because I want to do short films and stuff like that. And it's like, what do I want to spend my time doing?
It's just books my wife like is starting to catch a little steam now.
A lot of steam.
Yeah.
Well, it is one of those things where we could do seasons of it. Like, so we could do the seasons of this, and then we could go through and, like, get it done. But we can take breaks with that one because they are more evergreen than this podcast that we're doing right now. Like, this one, somebody can come back to and listen to eventually, and it's, you know, whatever.
Some of the things that is going to be dated, yeah.
But with those are, like, once we're done with the ACOTAR series, like, part of it, we're done with that series of it until the next book comes out. And then, like, if we go into another one, we're done with that because there's no more books. And so it is, but, like, people can come back and be like, oh, I want to go listen to that. And then they can go through the ACOTAR series. They can go through whatever. It is not.
That's a smart idea. I never thought about it.
It's not as stuck in, like, we have to do it every other week in order to keep it growing. People could check into it because there's a lot of podcasts that they do, like, a series. Like, they read a narrative that they've written, and then it lasts however long it lasts, and then they're just done. And so we could do it where after we get through Sarah J. Maas' universe, we take a break for a couple months and then come back with whatever the next series
I might
is.
do that just so
And
we
that-
because I do want to work on the short movie for the summer. So I think after we get done with A Court of Silver Flames, I just go ahead and take a month off. We go into Crescent City. That way, when the new ACOTAR book comes out, I can complete that kind of like season. That can go along with that season too, right? Like,
Yeah, we add it to that season, but, like, we can add to any of them. Like, season 1 could then technically have an additional.
and then I'll just announce
episode
that after we do Wednesday's podcast of books my wife likes. Be like, look, I'm taking a month break to do a short movie. We're gonna pick back up with Crescent City, and then by that time I can have the first, 1 or 2 Crescent Cities done if I just read them in my spare time on the.
Well, and that puts it back into a passion project. It puts it back in, like, because that's what this is. That's what Two Daddies Judge of Baddies is we do it because we like doing it. And if it gets to the point where you don't like doing it because you have to listen to 26 hours of a book before we can do and doing that week after week after week, it makes sense for it to be a season of, like, we get through that and then we move on to the next one and move on to the next one, but we can have as long of a break. And it's just the marketing of, do we keep feeding people to it and there's no new episodes coming out? Do we leave it to die on the vine and people find it organically? Like, that's all part of how we deal with it too. But it is one of those situations where we don't have to go 52 episodes a year because we're a podcast, and so we have to release every week.
Y'all guys want to do the sign off? I gotta poop.
Yeah.
All right, fuck yeah.
Well, if you guys would like to hear bonus episodes and or ad-free listening, you can check out patreon.com.
I gotta get my phone.
We needed that.
Yeah.
Everybody needed
One
to
last
know.
interruption.
Yep. It's just not the same without Mike here interrupting what we were going to say.
Yeah. As he,
Do you want to just go ahead and continue it for like another 20, 30 minutes? And
yeah, because it'll take him that long to poop.
No, yeah, I would say probably 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's that tenderloin on a bun.
On a bun. It was good on the bun. It would have been better on a biscuit.
It is a million times better on a biscuit. Like, it is a huge letdown. So what we're talking about right now is where we are from in North Carolina. We actually reside in Lexington, North Carolina, and we are known for our barbecue. There's air quotes here because, like, anybody that grows up here, anybody that's around this area, like, that's the thing that they all talk about. What are you shaking your head for, Russell?
We are known for our barbecue. Thank you very much.
But it's dog shit.
That doesn't mean we're not known for it.
Yeah, like it's just like if you're gonna have a badge of honor, like, yes, it is, but like the amount that people ride on that.
The problem with Lexington barbecue is that it is decent barbecue.
Yes.
It's not the best.
No.
And we treat it like it's like bringing a comic on a stage and you go, this is the best fucking comic. Now he's got the most insurmountable expectations to come over where, people come into town like, oh, we got the best barbecue ever. Fuck Eastern style, fuck Texas style. And it's like, this is good in an addition to those other styles, but I don't
Not
think
even
it
in the
stands
same ballpark.
above them. Like if you get your big barbecue tray and you got a little bit of Lexington on the side, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's where I stand on
It's
it.
fast food barbecue.
Decent. It's decent enough, but it is not the way that they sell it. Like it is even in the same ballpark as Texas or Kansas or like anywhere, because that's where I come from up towards New York. Is like when you go to a barbecue festival, there's chicken, there's ribs, there's brisket, there's
We don't even have. That's the thing I hate about the barbecue festivals. We don't even have different
Yes.
vendors in different restaurants. They just have one. Because what it was is they used to do a competition every year,
and that's how it should be.
and they would have a competition. One year when they did the competition, and I might be recounting this
It's
wrong,
okay.
but this is how I was told. Whoever won the last time at the competition, that's the recipe now for all. Because some people say that they just amalgam,
They do.
but it just doesn't make sense to me, because I tell people, I'm like, if you want a Lexington barbecue sandwich, there are 364 days of the year that you should get one. The barbecue festival is not the day to try it for the first time.
Yeah, come here and go to the restaurants and try each one. Like that was my biggest gripe, and especially because when you get a barbecue sandwich, it is kind of moist meat, so the bun that you get it on is now a soggy mess.
Oh, it's terrible because they pre-make them all for the festival, and they just sit there until people buy them.
and they're terrible.
Yeah, it's awful.
And
Get you a turkey leg. Go get some knickknacks. Go listen to some country music that's going to be popular in 3 years. Because we never get country artists when they're popular. It's always on the rise. Like we got
or on the fall.
rise with the fall, because we got Taylor Swift at 17. We had Morgan Wallen a few years before he popped. Like if you're on the up in the country circuit, you have to it's like when you're in the middle of the road there, you have to come through the barbecue
I
festival.
wonder if Braden Hull will end up doing the barbecue festival.
I think he played it last year.
Did he?
I think like one of the side streets. Shout out Tyler Jenkins, Braden Hull's guitar player, awesome dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played it last year.
Yeah, because like he's one of the local guys that's hitting, kind of like trying to make it into the.
I mean,
pop
they've got a
country
record
scene.
deal
Yeah.
in Nashville, and I mean, he had a song pop off on TikTok a couple years ago, and he's got a great voice. Him, and the reason I shout out Tyler too is because they write together, and so like nothing against Braden's. I mean, Braden's music before Tyler was very modern, standard country. Definitely could get popular off of it. But the stuff him and Tyler write together, it's like you talk about people having it when
Yeah.
you get a good duo or a good team. Like, I'm not a huge country guy like some of it, and he showed me one. I don't even think it's been released yet. And he showed me one of their tracks, and I got like a little teary, and I'm like,
emotional.
God damn, like this is good, bro. So I am. You want to support them because they're Lexington people, but I'm also very excited to see, like, once he actually puts an album out, like, if any of those tracks make it through the Nashville machine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'd be very interested in that. So, yeah.
Well, that's the cool thing. Well, and I don't know because of record contracts and things like that, but it is a time and an age where you don't necessarily only depend upon the record label marketing for you. And so I know Braden's been big on social media, like pushing his stuff. And so he has the opportunity to maybe circumvent, if it doesn't make it through the Nashville machine, he still gets it through the social media machine.
I mean, I don't remember the name of the artist, but he's on tour opening up for a decently,
Yeah, I think is it a girl's?
it's a
girl
female
country?
artist.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's on the come up, man. Like, I'll give him credit. Like,
Well, and that's the part is like it's probably 5 to 10 years before he's like you don't just go to Nashville pop, and like that's where a lot of people fall down is they think that like, oh, put out a record, oh, it didn't go anywhere, I got to pay my bills, and then they quit. But like it's the people that continuously come back and put out another album, and then if you give it a good solid 10 years, I mean, all of the top bands that I know, like in the new metal space, like they were all a decade plus in the game before they actually got there. But to the general listener, you're like, oh yeah, they put out that album and they're big. No. They've been touring around for 10 years. Like, I mean, I think Blink-182, like you look at Tool, you look at
Avenged Sevenfold had like 2 or 3 albums before Bat County came out.
Yeah.
And that, like, I mean, they
They were famous on the one right before that, but then they hit like superstardom with Bat Country.
But they had several albums before all of that. Where,
Yeah.
like, they were, just trucking along and getting there. And I mean, there's a rapper I love, my favorite rapper, Aesop Rock. It's this white dude.
You only like white rappers,
I don't like white rappers, and Kendrick,
especially MGK.
Yeah, fucking God. Actually, that's the thing is I don't like MGK except for that one song.
You
really,
just stand for him.
but A$AP Rock. I mean, he came out late '90s. You know, New York underground, very very lyrical, and he didn't have his first TV appearance till 2016. I mean, he was in the rap game almost 20 years. And then was on Colbert. And that's another thing I miss. I hated that he got canceled. Is Colbert was one of the few that gives those chances to people that maybe I keep hitting the table that people have written off because they've been around so long. And they're like, oh, like the Mountain Goats. Most people don't know who the Mountain Goats are.
I don't know who the Mountain Goats are.
They're just like this little indie fun, kind of sad rock, Midwestern type guys. I think that was the last band to perform on his show. So, like, I appreciate when they give the chances to those guys.
I was just surprised that Stephen Colbert went from Comedy Central to, like, network television. I did not see that coming because of the caricature that he played on Comedy Central. I did not think that he'd be able to bridge over to late night TV.
And you can go back and watch the original, like, when he first got the late night gig, and he still kind of has the Colbert Report cadence.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how he was going to be able to transfer, and I think politically, like, and I agree. It's funny because I agree with him politically, but it's that thing of, like, every late night show had to make a Trump joke every night where it's like, okay, I don't like him either, but, and, you know, to anybody that does, like, I don't, you know, teach their own, but it's the thing of, like, I don't want to see you beat a dead horse every night. I want to see you be original and right.
But if you go back to Leno and David Letterman, like it is of the times, so like it doesn't matter. Like they're still gonna make the jokes, and I guess it's like how if people believe that you're doing it for political reasons versus just being funny, because like I think Jay Leno and Letterman could do it without, because they weren't known as being left or right or anything.
But then he came in, Colbert came in as somebody who had a political show for 9 years, and then was on the Daily Show for 9 years before that, or however long. And I mean, he comes with a lot of political baggage.
Yes, and I think that's, and then like some of the other people, you know, Seth Meyers and Jimmy Kimmel, like all like them harping on politics more looks bad, but like you expect it from Stephen Colbert.
You do, and I will say that his stuff is, even if it becomes a little bit of beating a dead horse, his stuff is still miles ahead of what, because his political humor and Jon Stewart's are on the same level.
Jon Stewart's the GOAT.
Jon Stewart is the GOAT. I mean, he's back on TV now, which nobody has TV. Nobody watches Comedy Central, but he's doing the Daily Show like once or twice a week now. And he's still fucking got it.
Well, the thing with, and I will say that Jon Stewart is better than Stephen Colbert in this, right, is that he doesn't just toe the line. He'll just go wherever.
And like, it doesn't matter what side he's going after. He will go after either side if he doesn't think you're in the right.
Yeah, like with the whole COVID thing when he went on Colbert.
Oh,
like
my fucking God. When he said, scientists have done a great job at saving us from this disease that created by scientists.
Yeah.
He's like, the name of the lab is the name of the disease. And then we're like, oh, maybe a pangolin kissed a turtle. Like, and you can see Colbert. He's deep in the belly of the machine.
So uncomfortable.
He's like, oh, trying to steer it, and Stewart won't let him steer it away. That's why, because that's before he came back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is why we need Jon Stewart on fucking television or the internet or something, because he's such an important voice. And I hate to get pretentious on it, but he's such an important voice in American pop culture.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, Mike's already trying to
Mike's coming back
from all the way in the.
Yeah, we hadn't stopped yet.
No, I think that's the thing though, is like with Colbert, you know where he's like, he played a caricature on his show.
Yeah, but he was a character. He was Bill O'Reilly trumped up, you know.
But then like Jon Stewart's always been like, he just kind of stands on business. Like he's not playing a character. He's just playing to the crowd of what needs to be said at the time.
And I think when Colbert switched over, you got to see him actually be liberal instead of being tongue-in-cheek liberal.
Yeah.
And so that threw a lot of people off too. But I think I'm excited to see what he does next, because he's too intelligent and he's too funny of a guy to just not do anything.
And still young enough that he's got something else up his
sleeve.
sleeve.
And I'm sure he's got more money than he knows what to do with. But anyway, we're ready to do the sign-off now.
This episode got gay when I came on. Y'all talk about Colbert?
Yeah, and Jon Stewart.
Oh, we talk about Jon Stewart?
And Colbert, yeah.
Talking about when Stewart went on Colbert and was talking about COVID, and he's like calling out the government and scientists, and Colbert's getting very uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, Colbert's lame. and fucking Jon Stewart should run for fucking president.
I
He
do
is
love-
like, when you think of not even having, I hate when people say that someone has like a center mentality. It is, you can have that liberal-esque mentality of like, human rights shouldn't be something that's politicized anyways. But then to also have just realistic points of view on subjects. Jon Stewart is the best at
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
And has the best takes. Colbert says things that he thinks people will like. I just never fucked with Colbert.
I think I agree with you but I think that is what he believes, though. I don't think he's always necessarily saying things like he is a little more middle of the road when it comes to certain things. Where Stewart just has a different way of looking at everything.
I think Colbert is like Fallon is like.
I think he's better than all those guys. I think he is himself. Like, I don't look at him as good and or bad. I think he, like, with the Colbert Report, like, he did a fantastic job of the tongue-in-cheek, like, pretending to be a Republican and, like, making it absurd. And then I think that's where Jon Stewart is just better because he's not playing a character. Like,
it is him, like it is his
Yeah.
beliefs, and no amount of money you throw at him is going to have him change up his show.
And how many people have took over that show, have tried to be on that? You know, they've had a bunch of rotating hosts, and it's like they can have the exact same team of writers, and it doesn't come off the way Stewart did.
yeah, but I mean, there's a great team there. Like, there's plenty of funny people, but it's like the way that you describe, like, artists smelling their own farts. Like, when it gets to that level, it's not cool anymore because then
Right.
you're being the person that you're making fun of because you think that you're the
I think
most right.
Fallon is obviously the big example of that. He has beliefs, but his beliefs are definitely interchangeable based on how much money you're giving him. Colbert might not have that. I do get hints of him having that kind
Well,
of.
being on a network TV show, you don't get the same leeway as you do over on Comedy Central, where you can kind of
That is
push
true,
the
yeah.
boundaries.
And I think he did a
Comedy
good job
Central's
of
just happy
towing
to
that
have
line.
anybody on a television show because they need something.
Yeah.
Yeah, with CBS and NBC and all those things, like, you do have a lot more people that get to tell you what to do. And, like, I mean, Colbert really did stand on business and kind of got himself canceled, and so, like, I don't look at it as a bad thing. Like, he couldn't be as far as he would be on Comedy Central, but he kind of was like, no, you're not going to tell me I can't do this or that. And so he got himself fired.
Right.
And maybe he didn't do that every single day that he should have, but it wasn't a situation where he, like, completely forego his morals.
It's
to
kind of
do
like
it.
And we
getting-
haven't seen Jon Stewart in an arena like that, so yeah.
Yeah, and it's like getting your footing in the door and getting comfortable before you can really be yourself, I think, is kind of how he approached that talk show.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, there's no comparison between Jon Stewart and Colbert. It is one of those things where Jon Stewart is just the GOAT for political
I
commentary.
don't like how y'all kept this going, though, and people can time how long it took me to take a shit.
Well, I mean, it was probably less than the 20 minutes that.
It was about 20 minutes because
Was
it
it?
was right after an hour when he left, and it's an hour 31.
Oh, yeah, I immediately throw on YouTube videos and just start watching. And as men, we have that luxury. Women, as soon as they go to the, which I don't know, because my wife, she goes into the bathroom and then she comes out and she's like, I pooped. I'm like, how?
Did you wipe?
Yeah, did it just all expel out? Because me, it's a process. I like to get comfortable and get a good little video on and then start, really getting at it. And then I'm of the belief, I'm just like, I'm not done yet. There's more in there. And I sense it. And we're just going to wait until it's ready. And then it's ready. It comes out. Second poop feels good as first poop, So
I don't like pooping at all, so that's one of those intelligent design things where I just
He'd
don't
rather
think that
something
there's
go
a creator.
up than out.
look, I'm sold on that one.
But yeah, no, we just kept it going because we figured we'd have some Russell and Dylan time where we could actually talk for a little bit. And then
When you jump off the bridge, we have to start figuring out how to do this without you. So
Oh no, y'all lose all this once I go, it's over. Come on, come on, like that. Look, let's be realistic people, okay? I'm fucking delightful. Listen, there's a reason I was able to build up Lonely's Falafel. It's because this guy. Look, they don't know what it is. You can't define it, but goddamn it, I have it.
well, yeah, and like in hour increments, it's very tolerable. But in 8 to 12 hour increments, it gets kind of
Yeah,
a
bitch,
little
don't
bit
work
more.
with me. Come on, like fucking. Look, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's meant to be. I ain't coming back though. I'm doing gay porn.
You're already doing that.
I'm doing
we're
more
gonna
of it.
publish
Doing-
his
yeah.
gay
It's
porn.
like when I was working and doing the Felonious Falafel thing, and I told my wife, I was like, hey, either, you know, a half-ass two things or a whole-ass one thing. And she was like, well, let's have this conversation later once we've already thought it out. And I was like, babe, I've already quit my job.
So we're in it.
So we're in it. We're in the thick of it. Did she not talk to me for a week? Exactly. But after that week and a couple months after that, once I finally started making money, she then talked to me again. So
Y'all are
that's
still
solid.
together.
Yeah.
believe in yourself.
Oh, I've
Believe.
been talking my wife into this for 3 years.
It worked out eventually.
Still working out. Getting there. Getting to working out.
Yeah. Which is why I was hoping y'all was done with the podcast. I want to talk to you about something.
Okay.
We can wrap it up.
We're just people don't mind sitting around for the conversation. You like to keep it at about an hour. I think the people like about 90 minutes. So here we are.
Here we are. We got an hour.
What's
and
crazy is
35.
we'll have data on this, and I wonder if I go to poop, if like it just.
It might.
I hope
might
it
not.
does. If you're still here watching this podcast at this point, I fucking hate you.
Rewind it 30 minutes and then turn it off.
That's right. Yeah. You're not part of Team Mike. I can tell you that right now.
We're all part of Team Mike. We're just not only Team Mike.
How you gonna be jealous of the people on your team? Like
Yeah.
we're all in
Give a
this
fuck that
together.
y'all kept going.
I know. I'm talking shit.
I'm not gonna be sad.
I'm talking
You're a
shit.
little
I'm,
sad.
I'm playing the bit.
we
little
saw
bit
we
sad.
saw the tear when you were over there. You're like,
The
"Fuckers."
only thing I say, and this is the only thing I say, is just keep me in the loop. Send a little, hey, I'm doing this. Other than that, I don't give a fuck. Because Dylan today was like, do you want to be on the movie one? I was like, not at all. I'm already drowning with the fucking podcast I got. Like, I'm already drowning on that. So it's not that, you know, it's just everybody is on the same page. And I think that's where
That's what I
real
try to
teamwork
do.
happens.
I've let you know before anything happened.
Except for two things.
No, I let you know.
Back to back days. It was two things in back to back days. And yes, you
I
did
let
try to
you
let me
know.
know, but in trying to call me and then not sending like the message too, it was just a miscommunication. And that's the one good thing too is everybody here doesn't like hold grudges. I remember when Russell first started working with us, and I would cut him off, and he'd just go. I'm like, you have to get over that, bud. I can't change who I am.
I mean, you can. You
I
can.
cannot.
You can.
No, there is.
You can work on it.
Nobody knows what it is defined as, okay? But I have it. All right, guys, listen. Dylan probably already said all the Patreon stuff.
All I said
so
was Patreon, but
you said all of it?
just the Patreon. And then if you like, subscribe, and follow, that helps the algorithm recommend us to other people.
Absolutely.
And then share it to your mom.
Share it to a friend. That is one of the best ways a podcast can grow. Guys, thank you for tuning in. We love you so much, and we will see you next time.
Have a good one.
Later.